Happy Friday! How's it going? It's
Yeah.
Darren and MAG keeping you company on pop-up stage on a lovely Friday afternoon. It's not too hot today, thank goodness, because it has been sweltering in the past week.
Yeah.
But pretty cloudy today. Looks good. How are you today, Darren?
I'm good. I'm good. I woke up in the morning and I'm like, wow, the weather's good. It's all a little bit dark and gloomy, which is nice. As compared to the past few days, it's all too bright and sunny. I mean, which is good, right? It's good for the plants because, plants need sunlight to grow.
And
But the
what's the
rain is
process called, Darren?
photosynthesis. See, my science, not bad lah.
Okay, lah, we all still remember a little bit of our school subjects.
Yeah. But yeah, speaking of school, school has started again, and SPM is still going on. So it officially ends, I reckon, in 2 weeks' time. So yeah, yeah. I've been talking to Shane, like AKA Crazy. So he's been telling me that he just did his AdMaths paper yesterday, and it was not the easiest.
When has AdMath been easy?
Yeah, I don't know. Why do you even learn AdMaths, Like, can't we
Well,
just
you will
learn,
need
like...
it depending on the subjects, on the career choices you make.
Yeah, I guess so. That's why I feel in the Malaysian education system, like kids should be allowed to pick their subjects and or at an earlier age, to be pushed to discover what they are good at and to be equipped with the knowledge of what comes after school. Because it's always like, smart fellas, go to science stream. Not so smart fellas, go to art stream. But who decides that? Why is it smart fellas and not so smart fellas? Because like there are a ton of like really smart, creative people I know.
It's called potential people who can make a difference in the world.
Okay lah,
Well, that's a whole conversation for another day, lah, Darren. If we start that topic, right, we're never gonna end.
Cannot end lah.
Yeah, man. But yeah, boy, does that bring back memories. Although, if you gave me a second chance to resit my SPM, I'd say no, thank you. I'm good.
No, thank you. No, thank you. I don't mind doing the English paper, but everything else, no, thank you. Okay, maybe sejarah lah. Okay, yeah, but yeah. But yes,
I
mean,
we are not bad.
Yeah. All right, we are here on Pop-Up Stage, where we bring you the latest releases locally and regionally. And this week, we've got a bunch of new releases. We've got 7 to 8 releases that we want to share with you guys. And we've got a very special guest from Singapore as well. But we'll talk about that a little bit later on. So usually what we do is we get into the bulletin board, where I will play you some tracks and let's check them out. I want to kick it off with this track, okay? Because I had the opportunity to work on it. I'm not a producer, but I'm learning to be one, I guess. But here's a track that I worked on. It's Amanda Love's collaboration track with Enope, but here's a remix that I did. Okay, this is Waste My Time 2020, the 80s remix.
Wish you could have told me that you didn't want me. This is my time 2020. You slide into my DMs, came in like a car crash. Should have told me you were bored already. Should I get upset when on my boyfriend said you couldn't be there? Don't need no other flavor.
Okay, I'll just stop it here because we have set like so many tracks to share with you guys. But so I did that, just for fun. I thought it'd be cool. I'm just learning, putting all these like basic stuff in the computer and all that. But I feel it's got like a Roxette kind of feel.
Nice. But of course, if you're wondering, what are good tracks that we should check out, right? This is why we do the bulletin board, so that you know what Malaysian tracks you should go and check out, because we can guarantee every week there is at least a handful, because we have a tough decision deciding whose song to play, whose song can be KIV for next week kind of thing. Okay, so today we've got more than a handful. So what's next?
Okay, the next one is by Shen. It's a brand new one called People I Love, and in parenthesis, Hurt Me. Okay, People I Love Hurt Me. This SHN Shan. Let's check it out. You know, I always like her sounds.
You never guess it. You see me laughing, but if you come closer, I might just close up. First name basis. Oh, how great is this? You think you're the first one to try, but babe, there's a tall wall to climb. Cause all of my ex-loves, past friends, mess ups, they've set an expectation on how we're gonna end. Why do people I love only know how to hurt me? Why do people I love only know how to hurt me? I keep opening up, but I just get disappointed. Why do people I love only know how to hurt me?
Yeah. What a cool track.
She's got a very nice voice. I like
Yeah.
her voice. And I think we previewed a track from her last week as well, right?
Last week,
A
but it was-
collaboration with
yeah, it was with Chris M.
yes, correct. So
Yeah.
you can tell that our artists are working very hard, okay? So
Yep.
please go check out their music. Next up, who do we have?
Next one we have Alien Lipstick Fire. Alien Lipstick Fire is real cool. The main guy James, man, he just posted on Facebook. Like, it came out in his Facebook memories. You know, like 7 or 8 years ago, he saw me live for the first time. With my band. And then, you know, he was like super fanboying and all that. And then his sister, who used to work in AirAsia, I'm not sure if she still does, you know, she was the one who told me about him, that he's a big fan, blah, 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 you know, all that kind of stuff. And now I am a fan of his music, you know. So let's check it out. This is a new one
Everything
called
works in
Mongol.
circles.
Yeah, it's called Mongol Fang. Super indie rock stuff. Nice. It's a cool track. You know, it's one of those bands or like songs that will play at Phono. You know, Phono is like is venue in Zongshan building. You know, and it's so super cool. It's like, if you're cool, then you know this place. You know, so I feel like all the super hipster cool kids,
All the
you know,
cool
they,
kids.
yeah, you know, they will listen to this kind of stuff. I mean, I feel, yeah.
What was
It's
the name
cool,
of the
so-
band again? Animal?
Alien Lipstick Fire.
Oh, Alien Lipstick Fire. Okay.
Yeah. Cool.
Three
one.
completely different elements altogether, kan?
Yeah, exactly. Let's
Oh,
listen to
right.
this next one. Okay, this next one is from Sarawak. This new
Ooh.
artist that is managed by Jin Hackman and his crew. Now he's got a new company called Tong Tong Asia, and he's obviously the main man behind Raising the Bar. The RTB Fest just happened over, I think it was last week. So yeah, let's check this out. This is Kai Dan and Smiley. It's called 3 in the Morning.
Smiley's a cute name.
I like the guitar sounds.
Mm-hmm.
Like, makes you wonder when's the singing coming in.
I don't wanna be shutting up lines in something so sweet. Like the summer wasn't meant to be. Wasn't here for long, I didn't belong. Felt so free to leave, yeah, not my decree. Going through the pace, necktied with the lace. Might just be the A, still missing that P. Oh, 3 in the morning, I don't wanna know all the stuff.
It's cool. It's I feel that it's a little bit laid back, like it feels like he wants to rap, but he chooses
He's
like
holding back.
he's holding back, yeah, and then he sings instead. You know what I mean?
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah. So,
But the beat that it started with, I did not expect what was coming next, kind of thing.
yeah,
It
yeah.
kind of caught me by surprise. So yeah.
Yeah, so
Next.
I guess that's the beauty of that song, because I was
Absolutely.
like, waiting for him to like sing or rap or something, didn't know where the beat was going, but it's cool. It's a cool track. I think we're gonna share one more, or
Mhm.
are we gonna share the rest as well?
I think one more, and
Okay.
then we'll bring on our guest this afternoon.
All right. Okay, let's check this one out. This is a brand new one by Kira Costello. This is her track called "You're My Somebody." She is only 14 years old. Can you imagine
Wow,
that?
they're getting younger.
Yeah, 14 years old. I was still just like, disturbing
Playing
girls and
basketball.
just playing basketball. That's all I cared about. And at that time, I only knew
Aiyo.
2 guitar chords, which was a D and E minor, and I can barely even play it. But, already making music and, really cool, this Kira Costello. Let's check it out. Okay, this is You're My Somebody.
In a time like this, would you hold my hand? It's cool if you don't understand. There's a lot of things that we can't do. But if you could, would you hold my hand? Caught in the rain, but I'm willing to fight. Weather the storm with you. You don't have to do this alone. Staying up all night for you. I feel you're pushing me away. Things don't feel the same. This is driving me insane. But no, I'm here to stay. I love you either way. Can I hold you? Is that okay? Is that okay?
Cool. Very nice.
Very
It goes into a
nice.
dance thing. Yeah. I did not expect that as well, because I know like
14
she's
years
very
old.
yeah.
Nice.
She's very
Very
like
nice.
acoustic based and all that. Yeah, but it's cool. It's cool.
But
that,
she too, like all the other artists that we have been speaking to in the past year,
Mm.
have been very diligent in releasing new songs.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
good on her, man.
That's true. I mean, like I think artists, in 2020 have worked like doubly as hard.
That's because no,
Because-
everybody's at home. They had to work
Yeah,
harder.
yeah.
They got nothing else to do, right?
Right. So there's good news, that was just announced a couple of days ago, saying that now live music is allowed
Permitted.
again. Yeah. So
Yeah.
I hope that, people will go out. We keep saying that, oh yeah, people are hungry, to go out and listen to music. Sometimes I think to myself, like, is that what the musicians think? That people are hungry? What if you're forgotten?
Oh,
Yeah, what if they don't want to get out? What if they don't want to see you? So that's kind of like that's how
That's
I
a fear.
yeah, kind of like a fear, but in my wanderings as well. But when I think about it, when it goes into like a negative like spiral, then I'm like, okay, that means I need to challenge myself and do something like crazy
Yeah,
to
correct.
make sure that people actually come to the show.
Darren
So-
is definitely gonna make you know and remember his name for years. Anyway, if you just joined us, welcome to Pop Up Stage. I am Meg. Of course, my co-host is the amazing frontman of An Honest Mistake. He's none other than Darren Tay himself. And normally on Pop Up Stage, in the beginning, we'll give you a bulletin board where we'll give you about a handful of tracks for you to check out, all mostly local and some regional tracks that have just been released so that you can, take a listen to them or check them out over the weekend. And then we have a little chat with our guest. And today, Darren, who do we have?
Oh man, I feel, Mac, you should do the introduction, because like you wrote such a great introduction, and I think it's really cool.
No?
So yeah, you go ahead.
Okay, so based on the press release, like, it's not that I wrote it, but the press release says in 2020 he became the first Southeast Asian music artist to ever hold a live stream mixed reality concert. Now, that particular show has been broadcasted to more than 45 million households in Asia. Okay, that's amazing. And this year itself, he kickstarted the year by releasing his first single for 2021, a collaboration with J Park. Now, we all know who J Park is, and we all should know who ShiGGa is as well. Okay, so let's bring on our guest this afternoon. He's none other than ShiGGa Shay from Singapore.
Woohoo!
Yo.
Hey,
what's
welcome
up,
to the
brother?
show.
Good guys. Hello.
Dude, I like
I
your
love
hair,
it. I
man.
love
I
your
like
hair.
I like the fact that it's green, because my hair
Yeah,
was
man.
green
I like-
for a while.
I like your hair too, man. I mean, Darren, we're like Malaysian brothers and sisters.
So do y'all ask each other what color are you going this month, and I should go the other way around, or
I think it's an unsaid rule.
Yeah,
that we-
never have
we
matching
know.
colors, right? It's an answer. You are right.
Yes.
So the day I find you both with the same color hair, I'm gonna make the most amount of noise ever. So how you doing? How's 2021 been for you so far?
I mean, 2021 is been okay so far. It's been great. We're all just out here, just still grinding and trying to put out music, in the middle of a pandemic. So, I mean, just trying to make do, just like everybody else. Yeah.
Now you say in the middle of the pandemic, but last year you released 2 different things, correct? Or was it more than 2?
I released a few projects last year actually, but I think 2020 hit the whole world really hard, right? And there was a lot of lockdowns, a lot of quarantine. So I think that gave me a lot of time to make music, and I just wanted to just put it out there, Yeah.
Yeah, very nice.
Nice.
Yeah, I think like 2020 is the best time to actually just do music, because you're locked in anyway, so just produce stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Pretty much. I mean,
Yeah. But tell us about this concert thing that you did, like mixed reality. What does that mean? Like, did you have like a live audience, and a like the virtual audience as well? How did that go?
Right. Mixed reality is kind of like basically a combination of like virtual reality, but at the same time there's like what do you call that? Different stuff for you to look at. Basically, it's like a step above virtual reality in a way. Mixed reality is basically like the virtual avatar kind of thing, and then extended reality is when you combine both of them. So there's different type of realities. I mean, like, because we were not allowed to perform live, for a while, right? No festivals, no live shows. So I think that was the only way that I felt like, we could reach out to an audience through computer screens, and
Yeah.
Right.
That's
Very nice,
brilliant, though. Yeah, that's nice.
Thank
And
you.
how did you feel being able to get into 45 million households in Asia? That's a lot of house.
I think that was a partnership with a cable network called Techstorm TV. So it was streamed over in the region to to different households that watch stuff that you know is technological related. Yeah.
Was
That's
it
nice.
like an online, like was it a festival, or were you the only like artist?
It's more like we had some sort of partnership with them that they specifically played that mixed reality show on their network. Yeah.
Right.
It was more like that.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Very nice, cool.
All right. So let's talk about you. Now, I read that you're a rapper, music producer, film director, and I think along those lines, there was also a little acting done in the past. So you're literally like a whole package in the entertainment industry. Tell us more about this whole journey of yours.
I mean, this whole journey has been just me trying to make music, create music, and put out music. And as a South Asian, we don't really get opportunities like that as a career a lot. And I think for me it's just I'm just happy to be able to make music and put out music, man, because it's definitely tough, in this region of the world, right? So yeah. I mean, that's how I
Right.
kind of came up. Yeah.
You started
but
very
this-
young, right?
I started very young. Yes, I started like when I was 9, actually. So
Yeah,
it's been a while.
It's been a long
Yeah.
journey.
Yeah.
Long
So this
time.
film,
Yeah.
this film thing, I actually had the opportunity to do something with it. This was like years back. It was for a campaign that was Singapore and Malaysia. Like it was a dual like country.
You talking
thing.
about like the you
Yeah,
talking about, like,
yeah,
the
that
Durex
video.
campaign.
Yeah. So that was like okay. Now, I guess I'm just gonna say it out loud. Like the track sounded great, the video sounded great. I mean the video looked great. Whatever that was produced in Singapore, perfect, right? Then for some strange reason, the people went like, oh, I think we should just take the song from Singapore and then just get the Malaysians to sing and redo it a bit. And it sounded,
Right,
it didn't sound great lah. It didn't sound great. I felt like we destroyed the song, right? So, and the video, oh man, I tell you, the video that the Malaysian side put out, it was terrible, But Singapore, Mac, you should go and check it out because it looks so killer, Like ShiGGa, you shot the video. You were in the video as well, right?
Yeah, I was in the video as well, and at that point of time, it was a collaboration with the Sam Willows. Actually.
Sam Willows.
Yeah. Yes. But I don't think it's like I don't think the Malaysia one was bad creatively. I think it was just there was obviously an agency behind this. You know what I mean? So yeah, because Malaysian creatives are on another level too, man. I don't think like a campaign is like a right representation.
Yeah, I guess so lah. But like it's just. So what I was drawing the comparison to was the fact that you were able to produce such a killer video, and yeah, and
Thank you.
it looked great, man.
I think that time was so lucky lah. We had the right team. I think at that point
Yeah.
in time, yeah, because it's really hit and miss with this kind of stuff.
Absolutely,
yeah.
But you're being
Yeah.
very kind though, and very humble about it. So yeah, that's amazing.
No
All
lah.
right. Okay, so this name ShiGGa Shay, tell us, what does it stand for? Is there a story behind it?
I came up with it when I was like 14, and it's a play off a Chinese word like ShiGGa. And I lost my dad when I was 17, and before like he left, like he was very supportive of my rap career, and
Nice.
he would I have videos of him like constantly calling me ShiGGa. So that it meant something to me, like to be able to hold on to it until now, because it's more than like 15 years now, so that's how my name kind of came about. Yeah.
Okay, and
Nice.
what does it mean though?
ShiGGa in Chinese, it kind of like it's like a slang for like who is it or who are you, like what are you, kind of like that. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
So is there like an answer to that in your case? When it comes to your name.
Like
Who
who
are
am
you
I?
and what are you?
mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
Right. I think that's really up to the audience to decide. Yeah.
Nice.
I don't want
All
to
right.
like set something particular for them. Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. Now, you
hmm
started your career very young. What were some of the challenges that you faced growing up in the business, in the industry?
Um, what was some of the challenges that I faced? Oops, Darren. um, some of the challenges that I faced. I mean, I think just like any other occupation or career, right? You know, you're gonna have a certain amount of like challenges thrown your way, and it's never going to be easy because obviously like a lot of the stuff that people in Southeast Asia we listen to it comes from America too at the same time.
Mm,
So and especially when you make English music, so I think it's a lot about like cutting through that noise and really like holding on and persisting when times get hard, because it's not always going to be easy. It's very challenging. So I mean, if you love it enough and you're passionate about it enough, you eventually find a way to figure it out. Yeah.
nice.
Cool.
Very well said. Okay. Any lessons that you've learned along the way, though, growing up in the business?
Any lessons that I've learned along
Yeah.
the way?
What's the most pertinent one?
Always be humble, because you never know when you're gonna fall, because life is always up and down, right? And I think it's always be humble, always be a student of the game, always learn, always be open to learning new stuff, because I think that we all need to adapt, especially at times like this we need to pivot, right? So yeah, I think that's what I've learned.
All right. Now, earlier you said, right, we're in a part of the world where it's very hard to get our music out there, right? And I
Yeah.
think doing R&B, hip hop, and all that, you want to be on par with the rest of the world, so to say. Okay, but
Right.
for you, you've truly embraced being Singaporean with some of your releases, and you've even mixed your languages in your raps as well. Why did you choose to do this?
um I think I did that initially because like people were embarrassed to like kind of like admit where they were from and stuff. So I just wanted to be able to kind of like show the world like like
Mm,
where I grew up in, and stuff like that, like through my eyes and my music. Yeah.
that's
Yeah, I
nice
think that's
because
the way
most
to
of the
go,
time,
man.
yeah.
Yeah, because there's an artist like in KL as well. His name is Dato Mao, and I'm not
Oh
sure if
yes,
you know
yes.
him. Yeah,
Yeah,
and
we
I
know each other.
absolutely
Yeah.
love him. Yeah, like he was based in Taiwan for a while, and then he came back, and then he's like, he's like, okay, I'm just gonna do it here
Shout
in
out to
Malaysia.
Dato Mao, man.
Yeah, like he raps, he can rap in English, in Malay, and in Hokkien and Mandarin, and
Yeah,
and
yeah,
then
yeah.
when he switches to Hokkien, that is because I'm from Penang too, right? So and then when
Right,
he goes
right.
in like the whole Hokkien mode, and I'm like, man, this guy, like he's killer on
Yeah.
stage as well, So he's
Yeah, yeah,
completely
yeah.
embracing who he is, and that is what makes him so special. I guess that's
Absolutely,
your specialty too, to be able to
Correct.
jump, languages,
Right.
representing both. Yeah.
Yeah. Without
Yeah, I'm
without
always happy to see
compromising
acts
on the
like that, man.
quality,
Yeah. True.
Right. Yeah.
All right, so this year you kickstarted the year with a new release. It was a collaboration with Korean American hip hop and R&B star J Park. So the track is called You Right. Tell us more about the track.
We recorded the song in Los Angeles in 2019.
Right.
And we shot the music video in Singapore as well. And then finally put it out in 2021. It was we've been working on it for a while now. Me and my producers and Jay. So happy to finally get it out.
Mm.
Yeah.
How did
So
all
why,
of this?
why did you wait? Yeah, sorry, go ahead,
Nah,
Darren.
sorry, Mike.
How-
Yeah. So how did all of this happen? Like, like were you already like in touch with Jay for a long time? Or were you like
Right.
hit him up and like, hey, bro, you want to do something? Because I'm quite I'm quite interested to know like how to approach like a big name, because I know they usually have like layers of management and stuff like that, and it's not the easiest to go like, hey, want to do a song, you know.
Definitely. I mean, for me, like I'm fortunate in the sense of like we've been friends for about like 6 years now. You know, we've known each
Right.
other for a while, and we've always been like talking about doing stuff together, but the right opportunity just never really came along. And then, you know, in 2019, I happened to be in LA working on music at the same time, and he happened to be in LA at the same time. And I was in the studio. I came up with the song "You Right" already, and then, you know, I felt like, you know, if I had somebody who's very well versed in R&B on this song, it would be able to take it to another level, right? And then I was like, hey man, like, Jay, look, you know, we've known each other for a while now, boom boom, whatever, you know. We got into the studio immediately, and then he came through. He pulled up. He's a stand-up guy, man. You know, like if he wants to help, he would just show up. You know.
Yeah.
So
Nice.
especially, you know, with you know, these agencies, it's like what you said. Like there's different layers to this and all that. But Jay, he's super down to earth, super humble. He's none of that. So he's like, okay, you want to do this? Let's do it. He came through the studio, wrote his verse in 20 minutes, and then just laid it down. And then that was it. Yeah.
Wow. So he did it all in one day?
He did it in like 1 hour. Yeah.
You know, guy's a pro, lah, you know. That's amazing.
Yeah,
What was the
there
working
was- yeah.
experience like with him, though?
He's definitely like one of a kind, you know what I mean? Like he's a legend. Like, you know, being in the studio with him, there's always a lot to learn because I'm like a student of the game. So looking at somebody like him who's been doing it so successfully for so long, there's just a lot of things for me to learn along the way, like how he approaches the song, and then, you know, how he basically took it to another level, you know. And just his professionalism and work ethic. His work ethic to me is unmatched, because to have that many stuff on your table and still, like, you know, nail out your collaborations like boom boom boom, it's crazy. Yeah.
Right. Very nice.
Nice.
So
So-
Mac, go ahead.
Go ahead. No worries.
Yeah, so I guess, you know, working with a pro, you know, definitely learn a lot of stuff. But what really, like, what is the inspiration behind it? You know, like I know, like musicians. I mean, if you play the guitar or something, you're inspired by like a tune or something, and then you try to find like the chords and you build it, right? So like, what
Yeah.
about you? Like, how did the inspiration like for this song come about?
All right. Like basically, I was in the studio and my producer from the UK, Super J Dog, he sent like that beat over, and the moment I heard the beat, like I just started freestyling, you know, just for fun. And then after like, you know, after freestyling, we were like, hey, this is pretty dope. Why don't just lay it down, you know? So we laid it down, and then the song just came together. You know, I mean, Darren, you write songs too, so you know, sometimes like songs just come to you, but sometimes you gotta crack your head for a song, right?
Yeah.
So that was one of the moments where, like, I think the song just came. You know, we didn't really have to think about it, you know. And yeah, I mean, it just happened, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very nice, very nice. Yeah, I mean, I like those moments, you know, and like, you know, where it just happens, you know.
Yeah.
Sometimes you overthink it. You think, okay, this word and this word. You
Yeah,
know, does
yeah,
it?
yeah, yeah.
And it gets
Yeah,
overly
yeah.
complicated, and you spend forever on it.
Yeah. And we get creative blocks and stuff.
Yeah.
So what actually inspired the song? I know you just wrote it like that because it just came, but is there like a story of, you know, why you wrote it?
Yeah, I mean, definitely. I mean, when we were in the studio, like one of my producer and one of my friends, they were like complaining to us about like his relationship problems, you know, and then it was more like I was making fun of him, honestly, in the studio, you know. Hey man, you're right, I'm wrong, da da da. And then my producer, OKJ Jack Jordan, like he was also like going back and forth with me, making fun of him. And then after like 5 minutes, we realized like, hey man, actually it's actually pretty catchy. Like, why don't we just lay this down, you know?
Yeah.
So yeah, it started off from there, but it slowly like rolled on to like something bigger of like, you know, it's something that people in all kind of relationships go through, not just like a boyfriend and a girlfriend. Like it could happen with your parents, it could happen with your relatives, your buddies, So yeah.
Very nice, very nice. So earlier you said, you watch J Park work and you've learned so much from him. What's the one takeaway that you pull from that whole experience?
Because I've seen Jay in the studio like multiple times, not just for that song, right?
Yeah.
Like I think like the biggest takeaway, I think, is like to not to not like settle for or be too complacent with anything, because like the way he works is like on his level, he doesn't have to be working on this level, man, but he's going like harder and harder and harder, and it's like he works harder than like a new artist, you know what I mean? Like he just came out. So that's always like like something I want to have, like the drive and the fire, to just keep going. Yeah.
I mean, if you say it that way, I think we should all have that drive and fire, isn't it? That that spark should never be put off, so that we always work that way, okay? Okay.
Yeah. Definitely.
So you said you started working on this track back in 2019. So what did it take 2 years?
I mean, first of all, COVID, like 2020 was supposed to come out, but it was just too many things going on in 2020. And just also at the same time getting the look for the music video right, getting the mix for the song right, making sure it sounds exactly how we want to sound it, how we want to sound, so so it kind of like was a 1.5 year process. Yeah.
All right. So tell us more about this music video. I hear it was shot in Singapore.
Yes, it was shot in Singapore by Jay An, edited by Director Fish, and basically I wanted to show like certain parts of Singapore that my overseas friends usually won't see, like the alleys with the dustbins and stuff like that, so
Right.
yeah. That was how it, and Jay never really shot a music video in Singapore before, and he's always like, he loves Singapore. So I was like, hey man, why don't we just shoot this in Singapore instead of shooting it in LA, Yeah.
So why did you choose the alleys? Why did you choose to feature parts of Singapore that people don't normally see?
Because like, I mean, these are parts of Singapore that like I would see like almost on a daily basis, like when you walk around the city or you walk around the neighborhoods and stuff, and it's just a certain vibe and feelings and emotions that it gives me in a sense. Like it's when you're walking and listening to the sounds of the neighborhood, and at the same time looking at these imageries of back alleys and the dustbins, it gives me a certain sense of home. So I just wanted to show that in the video.
Right. Where were these places in Singapore?
Around like Boat Quay, those areas. Yeah, it was a lot in those areas, and also like somewhere around Duxton, the Pinnacle, some places that like semi neighborhood ish, but still people go to look at nice places and stuff. Yeah.
Right. Very
Nice. Okay. All right. And this whole video was also shot in a day. Did Jay like stay in Singapore for a while, or was it all done, in one day?
It was done in like maybe, I mean, we shot most of it in one day. Then we just had like other stuff to pick up, maybe photos and stuff for the rest of the days. And he was in Singapore for more than a few days at that period of time. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So this was shot like before COVID hit or in 2020? Because
Before COVID hit.
Yeah, because otherwise the borders would have been closed the whole of last year, right?
Yeah. And to shoot something in the middle of COVID, with the restrictions, is really difficult, man.
Yeah, man. Okay,
Yeah.
so I'm glad you guys got all this done in 2019. At least, you didn't have to worry about it in 2020, right?
Yeah, we were lucky in that sense. Yeah.
Okay. So this song was dropped on the 25th of February. It's about, what, less than a month since it was released. How's it doing so far? Are you happy with what responses come from it?
Definitely, man. I mean, very very humbled, and I really appreciate the support and love, because I mean, obviously it's one of my biggest releases. So I'm glad to finally be like having it to put it out, because like it's been a while, and my entire team have been wanting to put this out for a while now. So I'm just glad that it's finally out, you know.
Yeah. But the video's doing really well. It's got like 1.1 million views on YouTube. So
Yeah,
that's
that's
definitely
Well
crazy.
done, man. Well done.
Thank you.
Do you have any expectations? I'm assuming that every artist, when they release something, they have an expectation. Although most of them say, no lah, whatever happens is fine, if the people love
Right.
it. But I'm sure deep down inside, there is something that you're hoping to achieve through it.
Right. I think I try not to have any expectations, because like that would really, if it doesn't go my way, it would really like discourage myself. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I try not to have like expectations of that kind. It's more like, obviously, like there will be certain things where I want to get right. In terms of like putting it out, like okay, it's got to come out at this time in that region, whatever, or doing this, doing that. So it's more like, I have things where I hope goes in line, but I don't really expect anything from the results of it, in that sense. Yeah.
Mhm. Okay, so when people listen to you write, what do you want them to feel? Or, what do you want them to feel?
What do I want them to feel? I want them to feel good about themselves. Different people will have different interpretations of the song, and
course.
it will mean different to them. So I just want them to be able to kind of own it, and be able to create their own meanings of the song to themselves. Yeah.
All right, cool. That's very cool. All right, so are you working on anything else at the moment? I mean, is there more to come for year 2021?
Hopefully. I'm always working on new music. I'm always creating and trying to have an outlet to put out all these ideas. So hopefully you guys will be seeing more in 2021.
yeah,
Cool.
very
All
nice.
right. So we've spoken at length about his song. It's called You Right, and I think it's about time for us to play the preview right here on Pop-Up Stage on AFO Radio.
You never gonna be wrong, must be one of your clowns. You gotta watch your tone, don't argue on the phone. Behave like you grown, keeping my cologne. You only miss me when I'm gone, then say I leave you lonely. Only you the one that really know me. If you say you down, then you gotta show me. I just wanna lay back, I don't need a Maybach. Bringing up the past, why you even say that? You're right, I'm wrong. That's why I wrote this song. When the DJ put it on, tell him this your favorite song. Alright, you're right, I'm wrong. You're right, I'm wrong. That's why I wrote this song. When the DJ put it on, tell him this your favorite song. You're right, you'll never be wrong.
Should be an anthem for every husband out there.
Yes, sir.
Hear it playing in the back of my mind all the time. Good job. I love the song.
Thank you.
I hope everyone loves it as well. Darren, what did you think about it?
Yeah, it's gonna be my anthem. Like I feel like no, it's one of those things. Like in a relationship, you go like yalla, you're right lah. Okay lah, you're right. That's one of those.
Just to end the fight, we'll just say you're right lah. Okay, as long as it makes you
Yeah.
happy. Yeah,
Yeah.
Just play the song.
it should be a ringtone. Okay, so ShiGGa, you've been around for many years now. You said you started at 9, right? I mean, has the processes changed? How has the processes changed from time you were a young kid until today? I'm sure things have been different in terms of putting out your song or how you write your song or stuff like that.
I mean, back then, recording equipment wasn't so easily accessible, and these softwares like Logic and Fruity Loops were not as advanced as what it is now. So I think the tools are definitely more accessible these days, and to create as and I think there's a lot more like social media platforms which we did not have back in the day, and yeah, now people can just reach out to their audience directly, you know. So it's definitely a different era and a different time right now. Yeah.
What do you see, would come in the near future? What else would change in the near future? Or what else you hope to see in the near future?
What else would change? I think a lot more is gonna change with the world that we're not sure about. But I think
Everything's
change is
uncertain
inevitable,
right
man.
now.
Yeah,
Yep.
everything is uncertain. Everything is it's unpredictable. You know, we're all trying to predict what's gonna happen next, but honestly, like we all don't know. We're just unraveling as we go along, and I think that's kind of the beauty of what it is too, right? You know, because we don't have the solution, so we have to like try and like figure it out. So I think
Yeah.
it's always going to be a constant journey of trying to figure it out. You know,
Yeah.
that's just like life, right?
Yeah. So, but what about like live shows and all that in Singapore? Like, are those? Because earlier on in our conversation when we kicked off the show, Meg and myself, we were talking about how I think it was like 3 days ago that the Malaysian government has just announced that live performances are back
now
again, but
allowed.
it has to be
Yep.
at 50% capacity. But
Right.
how is it like in Singapore?
In Singapore, it's still we haven't really lifted that. Like live performances
Right.
are not like freely allowed like that, you know. It's kind of the same as Malaysia in the sense of like I think 50% capacity or even lesser than that, probably even lesser than 50%, honestly. I think
Right.
maybe 100 to 200. I'm not sure exactly of the exact number. But you know, obviously, when you perform, it's like everybody's got to be masked on. You know, you're not allowed to
Yeah.
sing along to the songs. You're supposed to be
Right.
1 meter apart, and it's still like that. I mean, it's great. It's great. It's a great first step. But
Yeah.
yes, I think
Yeah.
all of us what we really want is like, you know, where we have like the festivals or like, you know, like
like it's
you know,
2019 again.
like it's 2019 again. Exactly. Yeah.
It seems
Haven't
like
been to be
2019 was so far away.
Yeah, right. Yeah. I mean, I'm sure you all miss like going to a live show too, right?
Yeah,
Oh
man.
yeah, for sure, man.
Man.
Definitely. Now, I mean, just thinking about it, right? If you have to go for a live show, you can't sing to your favorite tunes. You have to maintain social distancing, all for our own sake, of course, you know. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
the feeling, the vibe is not gonna be as
Yeah.
as you want
Yeah.
it to be. You're like trying to rock on, but you can't because you're like, hello,
Yeah.
don't come too
Yeah.
near me, huh?
Yeah.
So,
But I mean,
yeah,
it's more
good.
like I think it's like for the audience, it's like at least we get to see a little bit of something. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
more like that.
True.
Yeah, at least we have a little bit.
Something better than nothing,
Better
huh?
than nothing.
Yeah, something better than nothing. Exactly, better than nothing.
So we'll take it. We'll take it, and we'll make do
Yeah.
for now.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. So we've spoken to ShiGGa for a while, and we've played his preview track as well. If you missed that little preview, ShiGGa, where can they go to listen to your track?
It's available now on all distribution platforms, streaming platforms, and you can check it out on YouTube as well. So
Nice.
yeah.
All right. So I think it's time for us to play our little game. It's called What's on Your Mind. It's somewhat of a rapid fire, but not so rapid after all. So we've got 6 questions this afternoon. We'll ask you the questions and you'll give us the first thing that comes to your mind. You ready?
Sure. Let's go.
All right, Darren.
All right. The first question is, what's the first thing you would notice in a person when you meet them for the first time?
Hair color.
True.
All right, number 2. The title of your song is You Right. So if you had to call truce in an argument where you know that you were right, you're calling truce just for the sake of keeping the peace. What would be the reason for calling that truce?
What
Is
would
it
be
just
the
to shut them up, or what would it
Oh,
be?
for love, for the sake of love, you know.
Aww.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't have to be like a romantic love, but it could
Yeah,
be,
yeah.
you know, your best friend, your buddy. You're like, you know, I love you, lah, bro. Like sudah lah, you know.
I like that. Nice.
Okay. Next one. Okay. What's the one thing a person could do that would make your heart skip immediately skip a beat and you'll know
Wow.
she's the one?
Wow. I mean, if she cooked the good fried chicken, you know.
You just use air fryer.
Cannot air fryer lah, bro. I need the
The
proper
marinade
one.
must be correct. Ah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So the secret to his heart is fried chicken.
Fried chicken.
Okay, so if you talked in your sleep, what would be the worst thing to talk about when you're with a partner?
If I talk in my sleep, what's the worst thing to talk about?
Mhm.
You mean like if I get to choose the conversation?
No, that means, right, if you're talking in your sleep, right, what's the worst thing you could probably be talking about while your partner's next to you? You know, could it be a secret or could it be something that you're keeping away from her? or
Mention
stuff like
another
that?
girl's name.
Oh yeah. Actually, that's true. Yeah, actually, mentioning another girl's name, probably. Yeah.
I
Then
think
you can
that's the
say, "You're
ultimate
right,
worst,
you're
you know.
right."
Yeah.
Ultimate worst. You will end up waking up from that sleep.
Yeah.
Even if
Yeah.
you don't, she'll make sure you get up.
Yeah. And then you say it's your mother's name, you know.
Only to find out it wasn't. Jeng, jeng, jeng.
Okay,
All
cool.
right, next up.
Next one. Okay, what would you, okay, or what would ShiGGa Shay be doing today if he wasn't a rapper, music producer, a filmmaker, or an actor? Like, what would you be doing if you were not what you are today?
Right. I would be. I mean, I think I'll be a video editor, like a full-time video editor, because I love editing. I really love editing. So yeah, I'll probably be that.
Wow.
Right.
All right.
Nice.
Okay. And finally, if you woke up one day realizing that it was a repeat of the worst day in your life, tell us, what would that worst day in your life entail?
Was like Groundhog Day.
Yeah.
What would the worst day? I guess. I never really pictured that before, but I think the worst day will probably be. I guess. Horrible weather. Just the worst, most humid, hot weather, and yeah, probably.
Not the day where you actually mention someone else's name in your sleep and your girlfriend can leave you in peace.
I mean, I've never experienced that before, so like, yeah,
So let's never hope it happens.
yeah.
You know, Mac, my worst day would be what? My worst day would be somebody waking up and then somebody cutting off my hair.
Oh no!
I think that would be my worst day. Yeah, or
Right.
waking up and then knowing that like all my equipment has been taken, like all my guitars and stuff. I think I would-
That kind of sucks, man. Like if I wake up and somebody shaved off my beard, that would be my worst day too.
yeah, bro. Because
Not your hair, your beard, okay.
It takes forever.
Yeah, it took a while.
Yeah, Chinese fella, like Indian fella, shave today, tomorrow it'll be full again. Chinese fella can take so long, 6 months maybe.
Yeah, maybe the whole quarantine.
But he grew a nice one, though. It looks really good. So yeah, good
you,
job for
thank
doing
you.
that. So Darren, you said, right, if you woke up and your equipment were all missing, right? Would you prefer it to be missing or would you prefer it to be destroyed?
Missing or destroyed, the fact that it's not in my house. I mean, that could be the worst.
It's gonna kill you.
Like, can you imagine? Even if like Avril, like my girlfriend, if she takes like my guitar and like hides it upstairs, and if I cannot find it, I think I'll probably freak out as well.
Oh no. So I'm guessing she would never do that. Well, we've come to the end of Pop-Up Stage this afternoon with ShiGGa Shay at least. Thank you so much for joining us. Before we leave you, do you have anything you'd like to say to our viewers, your fans who are tuned in as well?
Hey, Pop-Up Stage, Malaysia. I miss Malaysia so much, man, for real. I've never missed Malaysia this much in my life. I really can't wait to like visit like all my Malaysian friends and people. I miss you guys so much. And for now, I guess, we'll stay virtually connected. You know.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. We're going to wish you all the best in everything you plan to do for the rest of 2021. What's the closest thing to look forward from you?
More music. Just more music. Yeah.
All the
Thanks
way.
for having me,
All right.
guys.
Thank you so much for joining us, ShiGGa. You
Thanks
take
for joining
care
us, man.
and stay
Thank
safe.
you.
All right, take care,
Bye.
man.
Thanks, guys.
Bye.
So there you go, ShiGGa Shay joining us from Singapore this afternoon. It was a very fun chit chat
Yeah,
today.
yeah.
Yeah, I love his hair. I really do. To begin with, I thought it was like two completely different people because I saw the cover art and then I'm like, hey, hold on, wait, these people,
Yeah.
same people. So, yeah. But I kind of like
Yeah.
his hair. Nice.
Yeah, ShiGGa's such a cool guy. He's been in the scene for so long. So that project that we talked about, the Durex campaign, I think that was like
Yeah.
2011. No, sorry, it was 2014. Yeah, so that was
Okay.
like what, 6-7 years
7
ago?
years ago. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, man. I mean, he's been in it so long, and yeah, just doing it right, lah. And his track with
Absolutely.
Jay definitely sounds great. 1.1 million plays, 1.1 million plays on YouTube.
And it's
I
not
think.
been a month yet, man.
Yeah, I think that is an achievement, man. Like,
Absolutely.
very cool.
Nice.
So, yeah.
All right.
I mean, Mag, go ahead.
Okay, so we, as usual, on Fridays, we actually lead you in the way of what tracks to check out, a Malaysian track to check out over the weekend. We have our bulletin board and we also have our pop-up picks where we give you two songs that you really, really need to check out. So if like the first 5 songs you were not so keen on, then we still have 2 more lah. So either or, you need to check out one. Okay, can you make us that promise at least? But before we give you our pop-up picks this afternoon, if you do have a track that you have just released or will be releasing and you'd like to be featured on the show as well, please get in touch with us. You can now email us. We have a pop-up stage
Yes.
email. Darren, what's our email address?
It's popupstagemy@gmail.com. Okay, so just drop us your email, send us your track, your profile, background of the song and all that good stuff. Drop us links to like previously released stuff as well. Yeah, I think that will help us a lot, so that we can, I guess, form like our opinions and like questions, based on you as an artist. That will really help. And there's no genre like discrimination, like any genre goes, if it's
big
like
word, man, but it's true.
yeah, if it's like hip hop or rap or death metal, black metal, if I don't know, I mean it can be anything at all. So but for some strange reason, a lot of hip hop artists, singer-songwriters, these guys have been on the show a lot. But I am putting out this challenge for rock bands right here in Malaysia and in the region. If you guys want to come onto the show, promote your stuff, send it over, okay? Because there are not enough rock bands doing this, coming onto the show. And especially like the heavier ones, like hardcore bands and black metal or death metal stuff. I feel like there's just so much music here in Malaysia. And you guys just need to show yourself, enough of all that. Hey, kita underground, we'll
I was just about to go there.
we'll never appear on social media
Correct,
and that kind of
correct.
stuff. Like, come on, dude, it's 2021. If you don't get on the bandwagon, you're just gonna lose out anyway.
Left
So
behind,
yeah.
absolutely. Yeah. But I think a lot of like, you say your black metal and death metal, a lot of them make music for themselves. So they're like not really for consumption of everyone. So therefore I want to keep it within my own community. But hey, we'd like to get to know your track as well. Because
Yeah,
obviously
true.
there's a story behind it. So
Yeah,
why
of
not
course.
share, kan?
So
Alright.
yeah, so the pop-up picks for this week, we've got 2 tracks for you guys. This first one is by a girl named Kat. She is from Malaysia, but right now I think she's based in US. At least from her Instagram, that much I derived from.
We go into stalker mode just to find out more information.
Yeah, very good. Yeah, that's true. Like I'm absolutely
That's
good
called
at
research.
stalking. Yeah. All right, so this is her track. It reminds me of Taylor Swift early days, but let's check it out. It's called Hourglass.
Oh, you you are so right about the Taylor Swift part.
right? She has the capo on and all that as well. You can hear all that.
8 months passed and I can't forget.
Feels like the chorus a bit.
I still see your dancing silhouette. Broken trust, empty promises. Never wanted you to shelter us. It's all coming back to me. We were sun in the hourglass. We were falling with regrets. Wish we could turn back that time to start over, you and I, as strangers.
Right?
Nice.
Sounds like Taylor Swift, right?
I also think it has a little bit of Amrita Sood kind of vibe.
Yeah. It's definitely that kind of vibe, you know. And
Yeah.
I think it's cool, you know.
It's nice.
Um,
Yeah.
Got all kinds of stuff.
Kind.
So yeah. So
Alright,
definitely
next.
you guys check it out. You know,
Her
if
name
y'all
is just
dig-
Cat, as in CAT or KAT?
No, it's KAT.
KAT.
Capital K, capital A, capital T. Yeah.
Okay.
So this next one is quite cool. Yeah. In fact, I'm just discovering her. I think so. For the first time, this is Starlight. Yeah. So it's STARLYTE, and you know, she's a producer, and man, her plays are crazy. Like her streams are insane. And then she actually put out one track with Sophia Fretskill. Yeah. So and that had like 1 million streams, and it's cool.
Nice.
Yeah. So on her Instagram profile, you know, she's got a tag on there that says non-binary. Okay, so it's they. Okay, so yeah, so that's what you know, they identify as, and that's cool. And that's cool. You know,
Absolutely.
yeah.
Absolutely.
I like the whole, you know, all of that kind of
Inclusivity.
stuff.
Yeah.
Inclusivity. Yeah. So yeah, let's check this track out. Okay. It's called Breathing.
Thought I was headed for the light, for sure the price I'd pay. Too many demons in my life, but your love was here to save. Ooh, I can feel you. Please don't ever change your mind. Ooh, how I'm feeling. You got me breathing for the first time.
I like how it's sounding. It's very
Yeah,
uplifting,
man.
very happy sounding.
Got me breathing for the first time.
I can
Very
so
cool.
see this in an OST of a movie. You know
Yeah,
what I
right?
mean?
Yeah, it does have that kind of vibe.
Yeah,
So
I
if
like
you guys, so if you guys want to check out all the releases that has been put out, you know, of late, I've made a playlist on Spotify. So all you need to search for is the name of the playlist is called New Malaysian Releases, and you can see my name, you know, my account there. It's under my own name, not my band. But yeah, so go on, check it out. You know, you can just scroll through all these tracks that are made in Malaysia. Because the thing is, if you go on New Music Friday Malaysia, you will
find
be-
non-Malaysian tracks.
yeah, there are non-Malaysian tracks as well, you know. So there's like, you know, artists from the region, and you got like, you know, Koreans and stuff like that, K-pop stuff, and then you've got the super international stuff too. Not an issue, but what I'm saying is, if you want to listen to 100% Malaysian stuff, go on and check out the playlist that I made. It says it is New Malaysian Releases. Okay,
Nice.
so
Nice.
yes.
All right. So next week we will be back with more new Malaysian releases. We've also got another artist scheduled to be on
Yeah.
the show as well.
I think we're just gonna say his name. We've got Maha Jeffrey on, so
That's
so
right.
that's gonna be cool. It's gonna be a fun chat.
Yeah, so you gotta make a date with us and make sure you're here with us every Friday, 12 o'clock. We've got loads
Yep.
of people lined up for you. Like, right now we are like pre-booked.
Yeah.
It's like pre-booked. Okay, we're like working months in advance, and that's great because then we know there's so many more to offer you, and you know that
Mhm.
you've got great Malaysian music and music from the region as well coming your way right here on
Exactly.
the show. Okay, so once again, if you'd like to email us or get in touch with us to be featured on the show, please do so. It is popupstagemy@gmail.com, correct?
Yep, that's right.
That's right. Okay, so same time, same place. We'll meet you next week. You have a fantastic weekend ahead. Stay safe and take care.
Bye.
Darren, you good?
I'm good.
Bye-bye.